We're making some quick cornbread with this barbecue chicken to go with this barbecue sauce. I'm gonna use 1/3 cup of flour. It can be all-purpose or self-rising, it don't matter. And this is plain white cornmeal. You can use yellow meal, it doesn't matter. I've got medium ground. I've also used fine ground before. But there's 2/3 cup of plain cornmeal. So we got 1/3 cup of regular flour. And I used all-purpose tonight. That's what I had. And then white cornmeal or yellow cornmeal, it doesn't matter. Use 2/3 cup. Into our dry ingredients, I've added a few shakes of onion powder, roasted garlic, seasoned salt, black pepper out of my grinder, and I'm gonna add 1/4 teaspoon of sugar, but don't tell nobody. Okay, it may have been in between 1/4 and 1/2 teaspoon of sugar, but again, don't tell nobody. So we're gonna whisk that together and start adding some water. Okay, this one I'm gonna take it over to the sink. I have my water. I'm gonna start adding a little bit of water till it covers it, and then stop. Then I'm gonna whisk it. And I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna frighten you the amount of water you end up using in this, but it's gonna get completely thick very quickly because those dry ingredients take up a lot of water. And you keep it by the sink because you're gonna keep on adding stuff because we want it thin. That's too thick, way too thick. So we're gonna add a little bit more water. So you have to go by sight, not measurements here. All right, I'm gonna leave it running because if I leave it running, then I won't need it again, right? Yeah. All right. A little tiny bit more. It's not quite as loose as I want it because I like mine crispy. All right, that was a splash. Now, there we go. It's thinner than pancake batter, y'all. And this is the most important part. Now we're going to taste it, and I know we're just going to use a clean spoon to taste it to make sure there's enough salt or whatever seasonings you want. Okay, it needed a little plain salt, so I added probably 1/4 teaspoon, and I'm going to shake that and whisk it good. And now we're ready to fry. Okay, here I have my oil that I've got to about medium high, and we're going to, oh yeah. And it's gonna scoop on out. You can use 1/4 a scoop or 1/4 a cup of batter. And I've got it too hot, but you see how that's turning brown too soon, so I'm gonna turn it down to medium. And also I'm gonna take it off the heat a second. Just let it cool. Because as we add cool batter to it, the temperature's gonna come down. And it's off the heat, so. Now you see how they're not getting quite as brown quickly. So I'm gonna get a fork. I'm gonna bring it back onto the heat because it's gone down some. See, it's not immediately getting dark. But that's okay, these pieces will be good too. They'll just be dark on that one side and they'll cook good on the other. And they're not too dark, but they were getting too dark too quickly. That's how you know you need to cut it down. You see that those holes coming in there? That's how you know you got a good mixture ratio of cornmeal to flour because it's going to be crunchy for you. But this is fried country cornbread. And it's going to be good dipped in that barbecue sauce. And just kind of move it around. And you don't leave it. Now I'm going to turn the heat back up. It's kind of gotten a little resolved. I'm going to turn the heat back up to about medium high, but I'm going to stay with it here. I like it between a level 6 and a level 7, but I was trying to heat it up fast and I had to put it on 8. So, there you go. Don't that look good already, y'all? It's going to be good, hot, and crunchy, and dipped in that barbecue sauce. Oh, yeah. So we're going to get us a plate with some paper towels in it. Okay, we're going to turn it over one more time. Let's turn them over one more time. And that's the color that I want. right there. And you can hear it. It's hard. It's already crispy. Okay, and it's on level 7. That's getting a little dark. My mama would love that one. Remember, that's the original side that was dark to start with. Okay, I think this one's ready. That's probably perfect. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and take the dark ones up, put them over to the side. Whoever likes really dark ones can have that. Now I'm just draining. We're gonna take this one up. That's pretty. Now, if you don't like it this crunchy, add a little bit more flour. Work with your flour to cornmeal ratio to get it like you want it. I like mine crunchy. Some people like it a more cakey. So, now I'm just going to add some more. One in the middle. Don't leave it. Don't do anything but fry cornbread. I'm serious. Now, I've got these small, medium, and large scoops. I use the small for my sausage balls. Anytime I'm dipping out little stuff. This is medium I use for my cookies. And the large ones I use for my cupcakes and my icings and things like that. But they're handy dandy, and I did get those from Pampered Chef. I'm not in any way compensated or supporting Pampered Chef. They just work very well. This is going real well. And if you get it frying along really well and it's still bubbling like that, let it go. It's just taking a little longer. Because once you put new batter in there, it's got to recover and the heat's going to come back up. Okay? So here we have our supper plate. We have grilled chicken from the pellet grill. It's been basted a couple of times after it came up to temperature with our delicious sauce. We have made crispy, crunchy cornbread, y'all. Listen to that. And my husband's over here picking the cornbread and crunching it, walking away from it. But I like to dip it in the barbecue sauce. And, oh gosh, it's so good. Crispy, crunchy. Listen to this. It's crispy and crunchy. Yum, yum. Y'all enjoy it. I'm just serving it with a little bit of French green beans that I put a little olive oil on and heat it up in the microwave. Really, that was a quickie. So, y'all have a good supper. We sure are. Make this for your family. They will love it and appreciate you. If you don't have any cornbread, try some white loaf bread. It's good dipping in that sauce as well. Y'all have a good night.